As a documentary filmmaker with a passion for exploring the unexplained, I had always been drawn to stories of haunted places. However, nothing could have prepared me for the chilling experience I would encounter during the making of my latest project. This is the harrowing tale of my descent into the heart of darkness, into an abandoned asylum that held secrets too sinister to comprehend. The asylum was an imposing structure, towering ominously on the outskirts of a small, desolate town. Its windows were shattered, and its walls were streaked with graffiti. The place had an aura of malevolence that sent shivers down my spine as I approached with my crew. We had all heard the rumors, the stories of unexplained occurrences, and the tales of tormented souls that still roamed its halls. Now, we were determined to capture it all on film. As we entered the building, the air grew heavy, and a suffocating silence enveloped us. The temperature plummeted, and I could see my breath in the dim light of our flashlights. The documentary was to focus on the history of the asylum, the patients who had once suffered here, and the rumors of supernatural phenomena. Little did I know that my own skepticism would soon be put to the test. The asylum's interior was a labyrinth of decaying corridors, each one darker and more foreboding than the last. Our footsteps echoed eerily as though the building itself was reluctant to let us proceed. As we delved deeper, we began to hear faint whispers, like spectral voices carried on the wind. My heart raced, but I dismissed it as a trick of the mind, a consequence of the oppressive atmosphere. We set up our cameras in one of the abandoned patient rooms, a place where countless souls had endured unimaginable suffering. As we began to film, strange things started to happen. Our equipment malfunctioned, producing distorted footage and eerie audio recordings. Shadows danced along the walls, and cold spots materialized, sending a chill through our bones. One night, while reviewing our recordings, we discovered something that sent shockwaves through our team. In the background of one of our interviews, a ghostly figure appeared to move through the frame. It was a shadowy silhouette that seemed to glide across the hallway, leaving us speechless. We couldn't explain it, but there it was, undeniable proof of something inexplicable. Our nights grew increasingly restless as we continued our investigation. We heard the sound of footsteps echoing in the empty corridors, doors creaking open and closing on their own, and the unmistakable sound of whispered voices in the dead of night. It was as though the asylum itself was alive, a malevolent entity feeding on our fear. One evening, as I sat alone in the darkness of the asylum's basement, I felt an icy hand touch my shoulder. I jumped up, my heart pounding, only to find myself entirely alone. It was then that I realized we were not alone in this place. Something was here with us that wanted us gone. As we delved deeper into the asylum's history, we uncovered a horrifying truth. The asylum had a dark and sordid past filled with tales of cruelty and inhumanity. Patients had been subjected to barbaric treatments, and many had died within these walls, their tormented souls forever trapped in a purgatorial existence. One night, we decided to conduct a seance in an attempt to communicate with the spirits that lingered in the asylum. We gathered in a circle, holding hands, and called out to the other side. The air grew thick, and a sense of unease settled over us. Suddenly, the temperature dropped to bone-chilling levels, and the room was plunged into darkness. A guttural voice emerged from the darkness, speaking in a language we could not understand. The words were filled with anguish and despair, and a sense of malevolence washed over us. We fled the room in terror, convinced that we had awakened something sinister, something beyond our comprehension. In the days that followed, our crew began to experience night terrors and unexplained injuries. One of our cameramen claimed to have seen a spectral figure at the end of his bed, while another reported being pushed down a flight of stairs by an unseen force. The asylum's malevolent presence was growing stronger, and it seemed as though it would stop at nothing to drive us away. As the days turned into weeks, we felt as though we were slowly losing our grip on reality. The asylum's dark history was seeping into our souls, and we could no longer distinguish between dreams and waking life. We were trapped in a nightmarish world of our own making, prisoners of our obsession with the unknown. Desperation finally drove us to leave the asylum, but we left with more questions than answers. What had we encountered in that accursed place? Were the tormented souls of the asylum's past still trapped within its walls, or had we unleashed something far more malevolent? The answers eluded us, and I couldn't help but wonder if some mysteries are better left unsolved. In the end, the Abandoned Asylum stood as a testament to the darkness that can lurk within the human soul. It was a place of unspeakable horrors, where the boundaries between the living and the dead blurred, and where the past and the present were forever entwined. My journey into that haunted house had left me with a profound sense of dread, a chilling reminder that some secrets are too terrifying to ever truly comprehend.